I was so excited to start sewing, so I was like, okay, let me just make something quick and easy. Boy, was I wrong. I decided that I was going to make a top, and this is the fabric that I decided to use, and it's like this satiny silky type fabric. It just didn't work out for me, and I know what I did wrong, but I was so devastated I didn't even bother to finish the top. I think sometimes when we look at persons who sew, we think that they always have perfect garments, everything works out the way it's supposed to work out, but it doesn't always work out that way. So I always show you things that work out for me, but I'm going to show you in this video something that didn't quite work out for me. If that is something that you are interested in, then keep on watching. One or two things went wrong. I'm sure I probably could fix it, but I don't even want to bother at this point. So this is the top, and it's like an all-in-one sleeve top. So this is the front of the top. I just want to show you. I don't even know. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that is the front of the top, and that is the back of the top. Seems simple, right? I thought so too. But the first thing that went wrong with the top was it was my fault actually. I used a shirt that I already had, a knit shirt that I already had. I knew that I had to add sufficient seam allowance and ease, and I thought I did that, but I guess where I'm experiencing brain fog, obviously it didn't work out for me. When it came to the hip area, I made a rookie mistake by not adding enough seam allowance or ease. So you know how I always preach to try on your garments, try on your garments. Thank God I did that, because suppose I would have made this top in its entirety just to realize that it was a little too small, but it was tight. It was tight in the hip area. I couldn't even get it on. So what I had to do is I now have, for my sides, I have them opened, and it doesn't look bad, you know. That was the first thing that I did to try to rectify it. The second thing that I realized is, if you see it, well, it isn't so much here. I don't know if the fabric shifted, but it's not even anymore at the hem. It's not even at all on one side. Let's see if you could see it. I'm looking at it and I can see it. Let's see if you could see it. At the bottom here, on this side, it does not match up. On this side, it matches up a little bit. So that was one of the issues that I have. And then let me put it together. So if you put it together, I don't know why those dogs are making so much noise, trying to compete with me. The sleeves are supposed to match up, and look how far, look at the disparity between the sleeves. That's not supposed to be like that. That's one of the things, right? And so if I match up the sleeves, look at the neck. How is this ever going to work? But I was so angry because it didn't work out. You know, you always want things to work out, and when they don't work out, it's a bit discouraging. So that is my top, and looking at it, I don't know, it doesn't look so bad on. The sides are open because that's the only way I was able to get the top on. But look, it doesn't even, this was supposed to, I'll just use this side. This was supposed to meet on all two sides initially, but look, if I try to meet it on this side, look how much is left on this side. So it was no way that this top was going to fit me. Well, actually, it isn't that tight here. It's the tightness is from here, the waist go down. So these sleeves were supposed to have elastics in them, and I had a facing for this. But like I said, I was so discouraged, I didn't even bother to finish sewing this, because I'm like, you know what? I feel like it's a waste of my time. Tell me what you think. I actually like the concept of the top. I'm just going to go back to the drawing board, and I'm going to try it again, because the idea that I have in my head is a good idea. It's just that the execution of this one wasn't it. But I just want you to know that You know, even if you have been sewing for quite some time, you have these off days, and this just happened to be one of my off days. I will see you in the next video. Hopefully it will be on a better, more happier sewing note. Share my video with family and friends. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I will see you in the next video. Be blessed. Bye.